Hi everybody. So I appreciate all the subscribers that are following me and all the comments and I'm gonna introduce my friend Mike.
Hi, everyone. Today, as Robert said, it's going to be a little longer video than usual. And we're going to do, it's going to be a podcast format. You see how we're sitting here. So that's the reason why we're sitting this way. And we thought that this would be a good way to explain to you guys how Robert got started with doing lawn care. You've seen his videos. You know he does mowing, he does trimming, he does he prunes trees. He does a lot of different projects like that. And some people have asked, and we thought most of you might want to know how he got started. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about how he got into the repair side as well. So let's get started. So when did you start with doing lawn care?
I started doing lawn care at when I worked in the company. They had um they had they had lawn care stuff. That's how I got started.
Okay, so you did it as a job. You're getting
Yes,
paid to do it
I
as
was
a job.
doing it as a job.
Okay, and then you gain the experience, the training on how to use the equipment
Yes.
through that job.
I learned how to use the weed whacker, all the equipment.
Okay, and did you find that you enjoyed doing that right away, or?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And so from there, how did you expand from there as far as on a personal side? Did you get your own equipment, or
Yes, I got my own equipment on my own time. That's when I got it from a different spot or different. I got it from Home Depot or I got it from a different area.
Did you purchase new equipment when you started out, or?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So you decided to do that for yourself, is that right?
Yes.
So that you can maintain your own property?
Yes.
Right. And so how did it go from doing that to where you began doing as a business or a side job, if you want to say a side hustle, where?
Um, so how I did that was basically I would get these side jobs, cut their grass, and I would make money, and then some of that money was used for used for um used for getting more equipment or
Maintaining the equipment?
yes.
Okay. All right. Which kind of gets me into maybe another. We're going to hold off for a second on that. So you gained the experience doing the work that you got paid to do.
Yeah.
But you discovered you enjoyed doing it.
Yes.
So then you began doing it for yourself.
Yes.
To maintain your own property, which then evolved into you doing for others, other people that you would meet. Word of mouth, I take it.
Yes.
Would you come and mow my lawn, or would you do my hedges, or I need some weed whacking done,
and I also
and you snow blow. Is that correct? You do snow removal too,
right? I do it
for yourself.
I do it for myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that's really, it's good to know, and I think viewers, I think you guys might want to know about it, and that's why I brought this up.
Yeah.
We all know that no matter what you involve yourself with, when you have equipment, eventually things break.
Yes.
They stop running as efficiently as they were. And so what happens there? Did you run into that with your equipment?
Yes, I ran into that, and I didn't want to go to a shop and basically pays for me to fix my equipment when I did the research and I went on YouTube. I also cook stuff apart, put it back together, figured out how to work on equipment.
Right. So that was the motivation for you then. You didn't want to spend that kind of money, the cost of having
Yeah.
bring it to a shop. Because
Right.
it's significant, right? We know that, we know someone we know, okay, he charges, I think he said $130. Like, that's just the flat fee that he charges. He tells customers up front, when you bring your equipment to me, I'm going to charge you $130 plus parts.
Yeah.
And if it takes more than 1 hour, it's going to be more. So it's expensive, right? Anything,
Yes.
whether you take your car to a mechanic, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Then taking your lawnmower, your chainsaw, other things.
Right.
So we understand. I think that we understand that it's expensive, but you have to do something. You have to maintain your equipment, right? Now we see a lot of times, and I think you'll agree with me on this, right? And I think you guys will agree with me on it. You're driving down the road, you will see a lawnmower out in front of somebody's house.
Yes.
You will see a weed whacker.
Yes.
You'll see a leaf blower just sitting at the curb, because the average person doesn't know how to fix it. Even a vacuum cleaner, right?
Yes.
I mean, and I learned how to repair vacuum cleaners because I was interested in knowing, like, I'm thinking a vacuum cleaner is not a complicated device, all right? To me, there can't be a lot of things wrong. So it has to be fairly simple to diagnose it and maybe to repair it. And I discovered that, I could do some of those repairs. So, that's, a lot of people think that way. We live in a society where a lot of things are disposable.
Yeah.
Or maybe the average person, they're disposable. They buy something.
Yeah.
And they're saying, it's not worth for me to spend.
Right.
What would an average basic lawnmower cost now? $250, $200?
At Walmart, it costs like probably 200 and something.
Right. So someone might think, I've had this mower for 5 years.
Yeah.
It's not running good anymore. It's not worth me fixing. I'm just going to put it out the curb. I'll buy a new one.
Yeah.
Now, this is kind of where you come in, right?
Right.
So you have, you're repairing your own equipment.
Yeah.
Evolved into you repairing other equipment.
Yes.
Now, some of that is for customers.
Yes.
Right? I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Well, my customers, they either call me or they hit me up on Facebook Marketplace, and they ask what I can do, or like they just want something done. I do it, and I charge money, and that's usually how I do it.
Well, and it's word of mouth too, right?
Yes.
Where you get some of these, you get hired to fix some equipment. It's word of mouth. People, you just have conversations with people, and, and they remember, and then you fix lawnmowers or you fix other equipment.
Yes.
So, and has that been good for you? I mean, have you gotten a good amount of work by doing it that way?
Yes.
So you don't really advertise, right? I mean, in per se.
I mean, I do a little bit,
Okay, just through social media, would you say, or through
social media? Like I post stuff sometimes on
posters,
Facebook.
flyers. Have you done that?
I have posters and flyers and all that.
Right, so you've done that.
Yeah.
Good. So it's interesting to see how things progressed.
Yeah.
For you, and then the other part of it would be that sometimes you get equipment for free.
Yes.
As we said, some people either you see at the side of the road.
Yes.
Or people even say, I have some mowers, or for very cheap price, right?
Yes.
And you mentioned Facebook Marketplace.
How
talk about how valuable Facebook Marketplace has been to you.
Facebook Marketplace been a good place to get mowers that I got and fixed and sold. and
primarily mowers,
yeah,
but other equipment
but
too.
mostly mowers.
Mostly mowers. Okay. Don't worry, I didn't hurt my head. I know you're probably thinking about that. I did not hurt my head. A little close to the cabinet. Okay, and sometimes, folks, right? You could tell people have mowers like they have. You'll run across a person that has like 20 or 30 or more mowers, right?
Yes.
And they just want to get rid of them.
Yes.
And talk about that. We've found some people that just they basically will say take it all. I mean,
yeah, we actually, I think it was last year or year before we got like
maybe 6 or 8 mowers at one time. I
Yeah.
think one time, or maybe more. We had a whole bunch
Yeah.
of them piled up on a cargo carrier and
Yeah.
and in the hatch of an SUV.
yeah,
So we took as many as we can at a very low price.
yes,
Because again, people are getting rid of it, and we find that people that are doing repairs less and less are interested in working on the push mowers.
yes.
They want to work on, maybe higher tech equipment or
Yeah.
tractors or what are the other types of mowers, like a zero turn or
zero turn,
whatever.
sit down lawnmower. They don't really like to use the equipment that I like to use. I like to walk. I like to be active, and I like to do everything.
Right. So as a result, you're usually able to find these at a pretty good price, right?
Yes.
The mowers.
Yes.
So it's it's interesting to see how it evolved into repairs for yourself,
Yes.
to doing repairs for other people to fix their
Yes.
equipment, to making repairs on equipment that you can turn around and sell and
Right.
earn some money doing as well, and also sell to people that need mowers at a
Yes.
reasonable price, right?
Yes.
Because like we just said, a basic mower brand new is going to run you
$200 or
$200.
more.
But in the case, if I buy a mower from you that you've repaired, it's been serviced. You
Yeah.
make sure that everything is running good, and I can buy it for $50. Or I mean that's a better value. It's kind of like buying cars today, right?
Yeah.
You can go to a brand new, buy a brand new car at a deal, or you can buy a used car,
Yeah.
and you can, you need to go over it and make sure that it's been maintained properly.
Yeah.
You're not going to buy a lemon, but you can usually get a good deal
Yeah.
on a used vehicle. Yeah. So
Yes.
that's really it's an interesting story. So
Yes.
and the other thing is you started with mowers, and
Yes.
and as far as I know, you've worked on mowers,
Yes.
weed whackers,
Yes.
leaf blowers,
Yes.
chainsaws.
Yes.
I think you worked on a pressure washer or something at one point.
Yeah.
Did you, or
Yes.
on any other type of equipment that I missed that you worked on, or did I cover it all?
You basically covered it
Snow
all.
blowers.
Yeah.
You have now you don't do snow blowing for people. You do it
Yeah,
for yourself, but
right.
you have repaired and sold snow blowers. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay, so
And I have one of my own.
right. Okay, so that's and now talk to me a little bit. Folks might want to know if you want to get into this, what kind of investment do you need as far as tools? Do you spend a lot of money on tools to do your own repairs? For
I
your equipment,
have
or
a
no?
whole toolbox.
We're not going to show that now. Maybe on a future video we will.
I will show everybody if everybody wants to see
If you want to
my
see that, put a comment
toolbox.
below. If you want to see Robert's tools, and he'll show you his toolbox and things that you use
Yeah.
that are the essential tools that you need. Would you say can you do a fairly small investment to get started, or do you have to spend a lot of money to get the tools that you need?
What I would do first is get the toolbox and then start getting the tools. And make sure
Okay.
the toolbox is depending on how many tools you need for your long equipment. Just make sure you can fit it in your budget, whatever your budget is,
Right.
because
Right. Maybe find some used tool. Maybe Facebook
Yeah.
Marketplace. Right?
Yeah.
You can find some
you
tools
could do that too.
instead of buying brand new. right?
Yeah, because tools are not cheap either.
Or I don't know if you, depending on where you're watching this from, Harbor Freight is usually a
Yeah.
good place.
Harbor
You
Freight.
can get some decent quality tools at a good price,
Yes.
and maybe some other places new. So that's really, thank you for sharing that, and with the
Yeah.
listeners. I mean, I'm saying thank you. This is your channel, but
Yeah.
I'm acting. We're doing a podcast, not acting. I'm the host here, just asking questions. And if there's anything else that you want to talk about regarding your getting into this, field, and let's touch on one other thing.
Okay.
How about gaining the knowledge? Because someone's watching this and they're saying, how do I learn about this stuff? Like, how do you?
Well, basically, how I learned is YouTube. I got a lawnmower that I didn't know the issue. So I would go on the computer and I would do my research. I would figure out the problem doing the research and watching YouTube videos. And then if I couldn't find it there, I would go on the Jack
Jack's Small Engines. Yes, the forum.
and I would ask the question.
In a forum, right? So you have to set up an account, and you can ask a question to other members
of
that forum. I think
Yeah.
that's what you'd call it, right? And then, and hopefully get an answer from someone that would. And you
then
have, right?
or I would go to the place near where I live and ask them the question.
Right.
And
Which the place you're talking about, they're a dealer, but they also do service on
yes.
small equipment, small engines and stuff.
So
that's another
you
resource.
have a lot of different
Resources
to figure out the issue.
All right. So even somebody who's a newbie, you would say that they could this is something they could learn and they could end up
Yes.
doing if they have the interest.
If
Yeah.
they want to put the time, because it can be overwhelming sometimes.
Right.
But if you put the effort and the time, you can do it.
Okay. Very good. Well, unless there's anything else you want to add, thank you. I think that's good. And if there's anything you want to see or any questions you have about what we talked about, please post it in the comments below.
And I will be doing another video. I don't know when yet, but it's on a whole different topic. But until then, have a nice night, and I'll be looking forward to see the comments.
All right. Bye, everyone.
And that's it, right?
That's it.